Hey guys, it's Xander from Player's Perspective. The following video is a segment from our podcast. If you like the video, you can check out our other content on YouTube, such as segments like these, or you can check out our full length podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. The last story we're going to be talking about is apparently an Amazon user, had their house shut down because of a message misinterpreted as a racist remark. And Amazon decided to shut down all of his stuff in his house. He has a smart home, so like a lot of the things he was using belong to the Amazon, like Alexa shit. It's Alexa, right?
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
so.
it's
I think it's
Alexa.
Alexa. Amazon shuts down customers' smart home devices after delivery driver's false racism claim.
Yeah.
Tough.
Um pretty pretty upsetting that a company is able to just shut down their services
Yeah,
willy-nilly
that's
like this.
insane. That's insane.
Amazon should definitely not have the power to do this.
They're gonna, bro. If this dude doesn't sue, he's dumb.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I
well,
would
he
sue.
or she. I'm not sure if it's a male or female,
I
but they
I
should sue,
I think it is a guy. Let me
bro. He should get. He's gonna own the company by the time this is over.
Yeah. No
Oh yeah, duh.
company.
It literally says it right there. It says
Yeah,
Amazon
shut
shuts
off
off a man's smart
man's.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No company should be able to shut down major facilities of your house. Now, I mean, it's a smart home. I don't know if you had like in access to a lot of this stuff or like what happened exactly, but the fact that a company can just shut down their services, especially to like services that are vital to your home because it's a smart home,
Hmm.
is insane. It's unbelievable that they have that amount of power over your house.
Well,
Now,
it's honestly scary in general. Like I know this is a little bit off topic, but people are scared that by I think it's like 2025, most states are saying that we have to drive electric vehicles,
yeah.
and this kind of ties into that. If they wanted to, they could literally just shut down the power grid, and you no longer have your vehicle to drive
Wow.
because now you can't charge it.
Well, wait. What do you mean shut down the power grid? Doesn't the state's government run a lot of it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like this is kind of like how they could do that. Like this here, like how are you able to shut somebody's house down
Yeah.
because of something they said? Like
Yeah.
this is kind of like the same thing. Like people are scared that once we switch to electric vehicles, like they're basically saying that the government is trying to control us basically. Like
I
if they don't
mean,
want us to drive anywhere, they're just going to shut down the power grid and now you can't charge your vehicle.
yeah, I mean that I mean I doubt that would be possible cuz then they could just shut down the supplies to uh like the gas, no? Can't they shut down supplies to gas as well right now if they really wanted to?
I guess. I guess it's the same.
So, I'm not too worried about that if I'm being honest. If it was like say it's a company and they have jurisdiction of like who they can supply or who they want to supply energy to,
Mhm.
then I think because Amazon's already kind of abusing their power there.
Well, what basically how I'm trying to compare it because I
Yeah,
used a shit example. Well, it wasn't a shit example. What I'm trying to say is eventually all homes are going to be smart homes. Like there's going to
yeah,
come a time where you can't buy a house
yeah,
that doesn't have that smart home feature.
yeah,
So basically, if they can do that now, is what I'm saying. Like if anything ever happens, they could easily just shut everybody's house down
yeah.
because now that's what I'm trying to compare it to. I should have said that to begin with.
Yeah, that's
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 what I'm trying to
that's a
compare it
better
to.
comparison. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's what I meant.
because you imagine that as we progress and make better and better technology, a lot of this will be cheaper, and then a lot of these homes will probably be like built within uh like built-in smart systems.
Right. Just automatically, that's
Yeah.
what you get. That's your standard home. It's kind of just like vehicles now. Like back then, you used to be able to get automatic windows or roll down windows where they're
Yeah,
manual. You
manual.
got to do yourself. Now,
Yeah.
I don't even know if there's cars left. I mean, there probably is that I don't know, but there's
Yeah, I
not a
mean
lot of many.
I
There's
don't
not many vehicles left that have manual windows.
they're probably not being made anymore. There's still probably some out there, but
Right. Well, yeah, of course there's a lot there, but
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. There might be that they still make, possibly, but all I'm trying to say is things just become standard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So eventually electric vehicles are going to become standard. Eventually smart
Well,
homes will become standard.
I mean I believe they will, like for electric vehicles, but I think the biggest hurdle for electric vehicles is finding a really good power source,
Yeah.
like or a really good battery,
Yeah.
like being able to
And
charge really fast and being able to hold a large charge and all that stuff.
not only that, but it has to become cheaper to replace.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course.
Right now, I mean, this is a whole different topic. Let's talk
Yeah.
about this some other time because I
Well,
could literally talk for hours about it. So,
well, I kind of do want to bring up one thing. I was talking to my grandpa, and see in California, there's still a lot of rural areas in California, and they're
Mhm.
doing the whole mandate 2025.
Yeah.
The problem is there's a lot of rural areas where they're not connected to the actual fucking grid. So
Right.
how are, like if you're mandating everyone get electric vehicles, like how are they supposed to get their charge? They're gonna have to drive like an hour and a half. They're gonna have to. They're
Just
basically
to get to
gonna.
the grid.
They're gonna have to save up their charge just to be able to get onto the grid. There's. I saw images where people were charging their vehicle with. So they have a generator and they were
Mhm.
filling it with diesel. They were filling it with gasoline to be able to
Just
charge
to charge
their.
it. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. So, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, so the state of California, I believe, don't quote me on that, was the first state to implement that by 2025, every new vehicle sold in the state of California 100% has to be electric. So that doesn't mean that every state has to. There are states who have followed suit and are going to implement the same thing. But for example, you can go, let's just say New York doesn't implement that, which they are. I
Yeah.
know for a fact they're going to, but let's just say, for example, uh, hypothetically, New York doesn't do that. You can go to New York and purchase a car that is not electric and bring it back to California. But
Yeah.
once every state mandates that, then you're kind of screwed. There's really no way around it. Now you
Yeah.
have to buy electric vehicles no matter where you go. So that's what I'm trying to say is eventually it will become standard.
Yeah.
So this is like scary to me. I'm not even going to lie that they could literally just shut down his entire house. Like that is not like that is 100% against the law and it should be.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is like they have businesses reserve the right to like not give service to people. They have their right to refuse service to people. And the question is how far can this be taken? Like I understand if you're at a gas station or you're at a restaurant and you're like, "Hey, I want to buy some food," and then you like obviously you do something fucked up and they kick your ass out. I'm like, "Yeah, I don't want you fucking in here causing a ruckus, like scaring off my business." And yeah, I'm not serving you, so get the fuck out of here, right?
That's completely different. Yeah.
It's completely different when they're shutting down your own house where you live. Like,
yeah.
that's so vital to, I mean, your own person. Like, being able to live in a house that's actually has, like, its faculties. Like, that's ridiculous that they could even shut that down.
Whoever made this decision to shut the house down should and most likely will be fired.
Yeah.
Because let's be completely honest.
Well, hopefully, you would hope, but who
you
knows?
would hope. But think about it being a false racism claim for a second.
Yeah.
It was false. Now, I don't know. I wasn't there. Obviously, I don't know the story. But if it was false and they didn't even go to that person or try to get a hold of that person to see what was actually said.
Well,
And they just decided, let's go to straight shutting this down. Like
yeah.
that just
Let's get into this article because it addresses some of your your points.
Cool.
Should we watch the video first?
Yeah, let's watch it.
All right. I mean, it's just shitty music that they put on there, but I'll turn up the volume. All right. Let me read this first. Amazon shut off a man's smart home devices for a week after a delivery driver falsely accused the customer of hurling a racist slur via a doorbell intercom. Okay. In a Medium post, Brandon Jackson, who is black, said he found himself digitally exiled by the company on May 25th. Wait, so is this the homeowner?
I'm guessing.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay. Less than 24 hours after an Amazon delivery driver dropped a package to his home and reported him for being racist. So that was that one. Jackson, an engineer at Microsoft, was quick. That's interesting. He worked at Microsoft.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Was quick to point out that none of his family members were actually home when the package was dropped off. So think about that, all right?
Mm-hmm.
No one's home. Now, I'll just play it. And upon reviewing his Ring footage and confirmed that the doorbell had issued an automated response, okay? Excuse me, can I help you? That's the automated response.
Yeah.
So no one even talked to him.
Right.
To this guy who's claiming that something racist happened. Yeah. And this is all recorded because it's on a Ring doorbell. In a statement, an Amazon spokesperson confirmed the ordeal and said the company was working to prevent similar situations happening in the future. I mean, I hope so, but I heard a lot of this shit like that went down. It's crazy, bro. Okay, that's it.
Could you imagine being that person that made the decision to be like, yeah, just shut his whole house down? Just
I know.
like,
I couldn't believe that.
What?
All right, listen to this. Amazon shut off a man's smart home devices for a week after a delivery driver falsely accused the customer of hurling a racial slur via a doorbell intercom. The tech giant confirmed Thursday. Brandon Jackson, who is black, said he found himself digitally exiled by the company. I don't want to reread this because it's in the thing. Let's skip this one. So the homeowner who detailed the saga in a Medium post said he was informed of the unwarranted lockout after contacting Amazon when he realized he couldn't interact with his smart home devices. So he's calling Amazon like, what the fuck is going on, bro? I was told that the driver who had delivered my package reported receiving racist remarks from my Ring doorbell, Jackson said. So they just said that back to him. They were like, so wait. Jackson, an engineer at Microsoft, was quick to point out flaws in that allegation, including that none of his family members were actually home when the package was dropped off. He then reviewed footage from the various surveillance cameras set up outside his home and confirmed no such racial slur was uttered. Instead, the Eufy doorbell had issued an automated response. Excuse me, can I help you? Jackson said. The driver, who was walking away and wearing headphones, must have misinterpreted the message. Nevertheless, by the following day, my Amazon account was locked and all my Echo devices were logged out.
Okay, so it's Echo, it's not Alexa.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Well, is it? I thought that's just the devices. Like the Echo's what you talk to, but it's Alexa's the system. No.
I don't know. Maybe. I have a Google Home, so I wouldn't know.
All right. Jackson insisted he supported Amazon taking extra. Don't support this behavior, okay? taking extra precautions to protect delivery drivers. They need to confirm that this happened, number one.
Literally.
Number two, even if this did happen, that doesn't give them the right to shut down your fucking house. Okay.
Bro, Amazon paid him to say that. Don't even trip. Amazon paid him. Was like,
him,
we'll settle. We'll settle. 3 million. 3 million.
3 million. Drop a 3 million on you. 3 million bomber.
Don't put the story out. We'll pay off your house.
The question why he had to be locked out of his account for a week as an internal probe was carried out. You know they didn't give two shits, bro.
No, they didn't care.
They didn't give a shit.
They didn't lose any money. They didn't care.
Despite promptly submitting video evidence immediately upon learning of the issue. So not only did they lock him out for a week, he sent it out as soon as he realized his devices weren't working. So they still had him on lockdown for a whole week after he submitted it. It's ridiculous.
That's not it, bro. That's not it. That's all I gotta say.
My account remained locked, he said. Despite numerous calls and emails, the homeowner said his account wasn't reinstated until May 31st. The incident has led me to question my relationship with Amazon. After nearly a decade of loyalty, I've been given a harsh reminder that a misunderstanding can lead to such drastic measures.
He said after my loyalty, like he doesn't work for Microsoft or something.
Yeah, true. Oh, he's probably an avid Amazon buyer, but I mean, I'm not like a fan of Amazon. I wouldn't get any of these devices because they record your data and shit. Like,
yeah. Especially the Google Home. That's why I don't use mine, bro.
Yeah. You don't use it?
No, it literally is just sitting on my shelf unplugged.
I see. Dude, why is this? It's not unresponsive. There's okay.
That's a New York Post for you.
Yeah. It seems more reasonable to handle such issues in a more compartmentalized way, rather than a blanket shutdown of all services. In a statement, an Amazon spokesperson confirmed the ordeal, and the company was working to prevent similar situations from happening in the future. Yeah, that doesn't give me any sense of security at all.
No.
We work hard to provide customers with a great experience while also ensuring drivers who deliver Amazon packages feel safe, the spokesperson Simone Griffin said. In this case, we learned through our investigation that the customer did not act inappropriately, and we're working directly with the customer to resolve their concerns while also looking at ways to prevent a similar situation from happening again. I would fire everyone involved. Literally,
I would fire every single person that made somewhat of a decision to shut it down. Like, yeah.
Well, I don't know. The driver, I'm not sure what his intent was, but I don't know how you
might be a schizo.
Schizo, maybe. I don't know how you misinterpret "excuse me, can I help you" for anything
while you have headphones on.
Yeah, even if you had headphones on, like, it doesn't make any sense that you would mishear what was going. Like, I don't understand.
What did you hear? That was racial.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Bro, imagine being that petty. You're just like, oh, so you want to be racist, huh? Okay, let's see what Echo answers later when you get home.
Yeah,
like, come on now, bro. Like, that was hooked to like his home security and shit. Like, let's see how safe you feel while you're sleeping tonight. Like,
see, I would like to know how involved his smart home system is.
Because some of them are directly connected to the security system. Some of them are literally what you lock the. Well, actually, you can tell it to lock the door. I don't know if it's the only thing that can lock the door.
Yeah.
But a lot of them deal with like the temperature in the house,
the lights,
pretty much. But again, are all these things you can still do? I don't know. I don't live in a smart home, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing you can control them by them. I don't necessarily know if that's the only means of controlling them. I would hope not, because that would just be
I would definitely hope not.
Yeah.
But even still, you should not be able to shut down services that are tied to the house just willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Like, I still stand by it. Even if the racism claim was true, I still don't think they should be able to shut down their house. maybe they can like stop doing deliveries to their house, but I do not think you should be able to shut
Yeah,
down
no, you
their
shouldn't.
house. It seems like a very step
Dramatic,
over.
and especially if it's not confirmed. It's like
Yeah.
if it was confirmed, it's still not okay, but it's more okay if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, if someone makes a random claim and you don't have any evidence for that claim, then why are you shutting down everything? Like, why are you taking such a big leap?
Yeah.
Like, the next step isn't, oh, let's just shut everything down. The next step is, let's investigate. Let's see what actually happened.
Right.
Like, maybe you contact the customer in question. Like, so our driver said this happened. Do you have any, like, thing to say about, like, any hints you could give us as to what was going on? And that's all they have to do. You don't take a fucking ginormous step to be like, shut him down, boys.
Yeah.
Lock his ass down. Like, I don't understand that thought process.
I don't either.
The racism was too great. The delivery driver, his entire life was ruined because of that incident.
Oh, God, some people, I don't know. It bothers me.
That dude went home and he was very, very upset for the rest of the day.
He cried himself
He cried.
to sleep that night.
Yeah.
So
he was shaking in his boots. we
decided we had to call in the troops to shut the whole operation down.
We gave him paid leave and we gave him a bonus.